When we purchase programs, we usually receive them in their machine language format. This means that we can execute them directly, but cannot read or modify them. Object code. Object code is the code produced by a compiler. Object code comes very close to a computer's machine language. The final step in producing an executable program is to transform the object code into machine languages if it is not already in this form. A program called linker does this job. Now, let us look at the terms like compilers and interpreters and understand the role and the differences between them. Compiler. A compiler is a program that translates program written in some high-level language into object code. The compiler derives its name from the way it works, looking at the entire piece of source code and collecting and reorganizing the instructions. A compiler translates high-level instructions directly into machine language, and this process is called compiling. Let us say interpreter. An interpreter translates high-level instructions into an intermediate form which it then executes. Interpreter analyzes and executes source code line by line without translating the entire program. The advantage of interpreters is that they can execute a program directly without translating the code into an intermediate form. Compilers are required sometime before an executable program emerges. However, programs produced by compilers run much faster than the same program executed by an interpreter. Differences between compilers and interpreters. A compiler translates a complete source program into machine code. The whole source code file is compiled in one go, and a complete compiled version of the file is produced. This can be saved on some secondary storage medium, for example, floppy disk, hard disk, etc. This means that the program can only be executed once translation is complete. I repeat, the program can only be executed once when the translation is complete, and any changes to the source code require a complete recompilation. An interpreter, on the other hand, provides a means by which a program written in source language can be understood and executed by the CPU line by line. As the first line is encountered by the interpreter, it is translated and executed. Then it moves to the next line of source code and repeats the process. This means that the interpreter is a program which is loaded into memory along the source program. Statements from the source program are fetched and executed one by one. No copy of the translation exists, and if the program is to be run, it has to be interpreted all over again. Fourth generation language. A fourth generation programming language is designed to be closer to natural language than a 3GL language. 4GLs are non-procedural languages and make possible rapid system development and prototyping. Languages for accessing databases are often described as 4GLs. For example, select name from employee where salary is greater than 5,000.